Hey, Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanata here. Wait, what do you mean you don't know who I am? It's me, Mother Monster. Who? The Grammy Award-winning singer with a ton of hit songs? I've sold 28 million albums and 140 million singles worldwide. Seriously? You still don't know who I am? I wore a meat dress to the 2010 MTV Music Awards. Yeah, that was me. Come on, that's not even that weird. If I had my way, they'd have let me wear a live cow. But apparently, that was against the rules. Anyway, I've decided to do a Draw My Life so you can find out all about the other cool stuff I've done, and we can stop focusing on the meat dress. My story sort of begins when I dropped out of college to focus on my music career, which I'll admit is something no parent wants to hear. But luckily, my dad offered up a deal. He said he'd pay for my rent for a year on the condition that I'd re-enroll at college if the dream didn't work out. Stress! I joined a rockish band, and we started doing quite well gigging in New York. But it didn't last too long. I met this guy called Rob Fusari who was looking for a singer for a new band, and whilst writing songs, we started making sweet, sweet music and began dating. My name, Lady Gaga, is actually down to him. Every day, when I'd come into the studio, he'd sing Radio Gaga by Queen, because he totally thought I sounded like their main man, Freddie Mercury. He was texting it one day, but predictive text changed the radio to Lady. Crazy, eh? Imagine if it had changed to something like Spongeface Gaga or Toad Frog Gaga. It just wouldn't have been the same. Oh, and just because he thought I sounded like Freddie Mercury doesn't mean I looked like him. Remember when everyone thought I was a man? Yeah, that was weird. I was signed to Def Jam in 2006, but just 3 months later, I was dropped. It was the worst. However, I started working on some new stuff and was spotted by a guy who got me into Sony so I could write songs for stars like Britney Spears and the Pussycat Dolls. I know, right? I thought they wrote their own songs too. One day, I was singing a lyric for this guy Akon, when he spotted that I could sing and sorted me out with my very own music deal, which was so sweet. Everything was looking up. Thanks, Acorn. I decided to move to LA to concentrate on my music. My debut album was amazing. Just Dance actually became one of the best ever selling singles, worldwide. Just saying. Oh, also, Poker Face won a Grammy for Best Dance Track. Told you I'd make it, Dad. When we released Bad Romance in 2009, it got to #1 in 18 countries and won another Grammy. I mean, guys, there's only so much room on my mantelpiece for all these trophies. My whole life is art, and my whole life is a performance. I like to stand out. One of my best moments has to be when I arrived at the Grammys in an egg. Pretty cool, right? At the South by Southwest performance, I arranged for a girl to vomit green milk all over me. I kept on drumming and singing while I was covered in sick. That obviously symbolized creative rebellion. I hope that was clear. When I released a fragrance in 2012, reports claimed that I wanted it to contain blood and semen. That isn't exactly true. I wanted the fragrance to be based on the molecular structure of the two substances. That's nowhere near as weird. The next thing on my list is American Horror Story. Seems fitting for Mother Monster, right? The series is called Hotel, and I'm starring as the hotel owner, Elizabeth. I love it because I've returned to something I believe in so much, which is the art of darkness. Wait. Turn the lights back on. That was just a phrase. I haven't finished drawing. I'm also engaged. No more bad romance for me. I'm marrying my knight in shining armor, Taylor Kinney. We met on the set of You and I music video, and ever since it's been him and me, and now I'm so happy I could die. I've had a blast making this. Make sure you check out my telephone co-star Beyonce's Draw My Life too. Until next time, little monsters.